Pitcher Thatcher Hurd and outfielder Braden Joubert. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach, and then we'll take questions from the student athletes, and then let them go. Coach?
Yeah, really good performance by our team. Starts with Thatcher. Great start. Had command of all his pitches. Really got himself reset when he got into any type of trouble, whether it was the count or runners on base, and did a terrific job. Very clean game defensively. When your pitcher pitches like that, it makes it much easier to do that. Really good performance by Nate out of the bullpen. And then offensively, we did a little bit of everything we do pretty well today.
All right, questions for the student athletes first, please. Front row, left.
Corey Roldan, WBRZ. Thatcher, what was working today? And also, I noticed that you were wearing Paul Skeen's glove. Kind of what goes into that? Was it a little good luck, or what was that?
Yeah, I thought I was able to, command the fastball. I was trying to go right at him, throw it over the white. It's the best way to do it. And my glove broke the other day, so I've been using Paul's hand-me-down, and it's got good mojo, so I'm going to keep rolling with it. Yeah.
Second row here.
Thatcher, what happened to your glove then? Or can you?
When you catch enough balls and you play catch with Paul Skeens, he'll tend to break them.
All right, more questions for Braden? Thank you.
Braden, what was your approach today, especially with that home run?
Yeah, just to try and hit low line drives and hit my pitch. I've been trying to walk more and take more pitches, so just staying more disciplined at the plate and putting good swings on balls that are in my zone.
Right in the middle again.
Thatcher, against South Carolina's lineup, what was sort of the game plan heading into today for you?
Just attack the zone with my stuff, everything with full conviction, get ahead. I think at times I could have done a little better at getting ahead and not being too fine, but you build off every outing, and so we'll continue to attack the strike zone and keep going.
You're down the front left.
Thatcher, is this a confidence boost for you, especially about to head into postseason ball in the NCAA tournament?
I mean, I'd say I've always been confident. It's just about surrendering the results to the process and just build off every outing. You can learn a lot from failure and you learn from success, so just keep building off it. But I've always been confident.
All right, third row on the right.
Jacques Doucet, WAFB TV in Baton Rouge. Thatcher, what about the job Nate did on the back half to shut things down?
That's what he does. He came in, suffocated the strike zone, picked me up in a big way, picked us up in a big way. So that was awesome, and that's what he's done all year.
In the back right.
Thatcher, how big do you think this was for y'all's bullpen to kind of make a statement after all the question marks you guys have had?
I mean, just another day, another outing, so we're not looking into that.
In the middle.
Thatcher, we didn't get to talk to you after your outing at Georgia. What role did that 5 innings play in kind of your success today? Or what did you build from that outing?
Yeah, get ahead. The process is simple. You get the strike one, you get the leadoff guy out, and then you're pretty liberated to expand with your pitches and opens up a lot of opportunities for you. So that's the plan, and just staying true to the process right there.
Front row left.
Thatcher, one more question about the glove. Are you going to continue wearing his glove the rest of the season, or are you going to get a new one?
Probably keep wearing Paul's glove.
Do you give it back to him right after your outing? How does that work?
He's got a couple gloves, so it's kind of a hand-me-down, and he broke it playing catch, so I guess it's fair enough that I get to use his other glove.
All right, on the right, third row.
Hey, Braden, early in the game, Dylan almost hit one out, Trey almost hit one out. You kind of broke the seal on that. What did it mean to kind of put you guys on the board and offensively as a whole today? It seems like obviously scoring 10 runs is a good day.
Yeah, I feel like we were firing on all cylinders today. That just happened to be the start of it. And, we have amazing players, 1 through 9. So, if I'm in the 8 hole and Dylan's leading off, I still feel like I'm going to hit. So I've never been on a team that it's been like that, So we have, amazing players, 1 through 9. And, if we just play our ball, we feel like nobody can handle us.
Thatcher, was it difficult to prepare today at all, given the game was at 9:30 a.m. or anything like that?
No.
All right, last one for the student athletes in the middle.
Braden, I know that your plate discipline has been a focus this season, and I think you're batting over 300 in SEC play. Can you tell me what goes into building that plate discipline and making it better this year?
I would say, well, I got LASIK in the off season, so that is a huge part of it. Yeah, I didn't have very good eyes last year. That was obviously a problem. So that was a huge difference for me, and just really honing in on like my zone and getting my pitch, and understanding the strike zone, understanding what I can hit and what I can't hit. Last year I felt like I put swings on a lot of balls that I couldn't do damage on, and this year just really focusing on hitting my pitch and just taking the rest.
All right, Thatcher, Braden, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
Take questions for head coach Jay Johnson now. We'll start on the far right.
Hey, Coach. Thatcher doing what he did at Georgia, starting today. Obviously, you can use him as a starter or a reliever, but is this kind of, as the NCAA approaches, you wouldn't mind handing him the ball in a start somewhere?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think he's 5-2, and he has 3 saves. So he's been a part of 8 wins in the decision. I think it's short-sighted to not look at the success that he's had. And we put him in and left him in at Georgia because he had the stuff to get us through a really good lineup. And that's a really good lineup that was scoring a lot of runs early. And he's executing at a high level. And, when you get a guy like Paul doing what Paul's doing, it can distract a little bit. But he's had a great season, and looking forward to more out of that from him.
In the center.
Jay, how do you approach pitching? This tournament, you could have the potential to play a lot of games, but you have really important games next week. How do you find that balance?
Yeah, we have a plan going into what we want to do. And, Wes and I met Monday and talked about how we want to line it up. We feel good about that plan. You want to win every game that you play. I feel like the competitive element is how Coach Burtman built the program. And, there's bigger games that are coming than the ones that we're playing here. But we're going to focus on this for right now and do it in a way that's going to benefit us, in the NCAA tournament. But, it is what it is. This is the best event in amateur baseball outside the NCAA tournament, and we want to play well. We want to pitch well. I'll be the one that'll be, kind of mindful of what we need to do, how we need to do it, pitch counts, what days guys pitch, all those sorts of things. And we feel like we have a really good plan.
On the front row on the left.
Coach, going off of that point, you also said that this kind of prepares you guys for next week. And day one with Thatcher and in Nate's performances, is this kind of like everything you wanted to see?
It was a good day from the mound. And again, those guys don't have to be perfect. We have in my opinion, we have the best offense in the country, and it's been wire to wire. We're up on the ESPN deal, and they threw up a graphic of how many times we've scored 10 runs. And you think about doing that, playing an SEC schedule, it's pretty remarkable, and just speaks to the group of position players that we have and their consistency in taking really good at bats. So really, it's just about execution from the mound. We've had a couple really tough games that, really stand out, in terms of struggles at the back end of the game or giving up leads and those types of things. But I think if you look at the totality of it, today's not a surprise. I mean, he threw 5 shutout innings at Texas. He's had really good starts along the way. I don't remember who we were playing. It was like Samford or Butler. He looked like a major leaguer that night. Last Thursday, against Georgia, executed at a really high level. And so that I have a lot of confidence in him, and that's why we've continued to pitch him. And with Nate, we didn't have him for a while. I think he's pitched in all the games he's pitched in. We've only lost 1 time when he's pitched, and so he's a key part of this staff. And I was really proud of him and how he executed today.
On the far right.
Coach, I think it was the 6th inning, bases loaded, just 1 out. South Carolina had, and then Nate got out of it, and then I was going to ask about Nate in the back half and how he did.
Yeah, that was a key point in the game. Our magic moment deal that we have. I thought there was 3 of them. I thought it was just Thatcher's pitch-to-pitch execution, Braden's home run, obviously, but 1 out, bases loaded right there after we walked in the 3rd run at 6-3, tying runs on base. For him to have poise and execute and get a strikeout and a weak comebacker. That's the type of thing where you win in playoff baseball. And it was really great to see him deliver. And then I thought he got stronger as the game went along. And he was fresh. He was ready today. And I mentioned that plan that we had coming into the week. Using him today was a big part of that, and really proud of how Nate performed.
In center.
You continue to have Dylan Cruz batting in the leadoff position. I was wondering why that is and what went into that. And then Trey Morgan started at first base today for the first time, I think, since March in SEC play. If you could elaborate on that.
I mean, I really don't want to, but Dylan is the best player in the country. I only have him for 12 to 15 more games, so I just want to get him up as many times as I can while I have him. Just kidding, kind of, on that one. And then with, what was the second question? Trey at first. He hasn't been able to play first base for an extended period of time because of some things going on, you know, and so he's able to do that now, and that's a good thing for our team.
All right. One more in the middle, and then we'll be done.
Pitching plans for tomorrow, are we going to see Paul?
I think you would want to come to the game tomorrow. No, we want to see who we're playing, and you know, that factors into it. Next week factors into it, and we have a good idea of what we're going to do, and excited to get to tomorrow's game with getting this one under our belt.
Okay. Thank you, Coach, for your time.
Thank you.